In the war in Afghanistan, there has been a great deal of concern lately over civilian casualties. U.S. airstrikes against militants there have at times resulted in the deaths of Afghan locals not involved in the fighting in any way. Now there's a new policy being put into place. Airstrikes are now to be ordered in firefights only when American or coalition forces are in danger of being overrun. Our correspondent Steve Harrigan is now embedded with U.S. forces in remote eastern Afghanistan, and he got a first-hand look at this policy when it was used in a deadly battle with Taliban fighters. A word of caution: this report contains images from combat.
In any talk about the most difficult place to serve in Afghanistan, the outpost Devo on a mountain overlooking a key pass would be in the conversation. To control the road, you've also got to control the high grounds around the road. And this is, of course, one of the toughest outposts there is. These men are up here for 8 days at a time in extremely difficult conditions. We'll give you a look at what the living is like up here at 2,500 meters on top of this mountain. Sir, this is where people live. Tell me about what the conditions are like.
Oh, well, as you can see, it's dark, it's cramped in order to provide the proper protection.
Taliban fighters tried to overrun the outpost before we arrived. This video, obtained by Fox News Channel, is from a U.S. Apache helicopter scrambled to counterattack. 14 Taliban fighters carrying automatic rifles, rocket-propelled grenades, and a mortar are found in tight formation with the Apache's night vision gun camera. U.S. forces have recently come under heavy criticism in Afghanistan for causing civilian deaths with indiscriminate air power. This raw combat footage with pilot commentary tells a very different story. Kalat is the word used for an Afghan house. With the Taliban fighters in his sights, the pilot checks if he can fire 6 times.
We are now 200 meters from the closest Kalat, still staying in a tight group with her weapons, requesting the clearance to fire. Over.
After 6 checks on possible collateral damage, 10 minutes after first sighting the Taliban, permission is given to fire.
We are cleared to engage. Over. We'll follow that road inbound to reduce collateral damage. Be advised, we're going to get set up a good inbound run to completely eliminate any collateral damage. Clear fire. Pause the gun and fire. Shoot again. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. 2 guys running down the water. Clear fire. Clear fire.
U.S. ground troops, uniforms lit up on the Apache's night vision camera, move in to finish the job. One Taliban fighter in the lower center of the screen blows himself up. Another fires at the U.S. soldiers on the ground, who launch a grenade and finally shoot him. After 42 minutes, the fight is over. 0 U.S. casualties, at least 14 Taliban fighters killed, and one more number, which seemed as or even more important to the pilots and the commanders during the engagement: 0 civilian casualties. In eastern Afghanistan, Steve Harrigan, Fox News.
On the front lines in that war.